is obviously greatly improved over what it was a few years ago. When I was elected governor, like we mentioned this, there was not a single public kindergarten, state-supported kindergarten in the city. We finally were able to get that passed. There was no partial attendance. Kids didn't have to go to school. There were so many areas out there that had been neglected that I think we improved, including raising salaries of teachers. But let me make an uninformed statement so you can disagree with me. But I feel it. We've come along, I think everybody can say that. We still have an incredibly long way to go. By almost any measure, we are way down in the ranks in terms of how well we do. There are some things that I think we can do that will have a dramatic effect in improving the level of our students. The first is, and I'm not saying we can do it because it's going to be hard to do. The first is we have to raise, and this is true generally, but particularly true in Mississippi, we have to raise the teaching profession, the stature of the teaching profession, up to where it is regarded as up on the same level or even higher than the other so-called learning professions. Doctors, lawyers, business people, folks like that. Teaching ought to be an option that young people will want to go to because of the chances for being recognized financially as well as socially in the community. Teaching ought to be at the top level. And we're never going to get as many of the best and brightest of our young students to go to the teaching profession. All of you in this room, I know, have probably have financial sacrifice out of becoming a teacher instead of somebody else like me making a lawyer. We've got to raise that level, I think. It's going to be a change in our culture that we have to do that. To make people willing to invest more in education, and particularly more in teachers, and getting young people thinking that if I'm a teacher, I'm going to be recognized as being in a profession that will be appreciated. We don't have that. We don't have that now. So to invest more in teachers, the quality of education starts with all of you. And we can't get at that unless we have some people really dedicated to teaching and learning enough to teach. That's first. I think we need, and I think we really begin to make a breakthrough here. We need to create more vision in terms of the administrators of our education system. I think the principal is the key, most important person in the quality of a student. I think those of you who serve on an inspiring, dedicated, learning principle have a better feeling about the job you're doing than if you're working for somebody is kind of like this. Good schools are good when they have good principals. Thirdly, we talk about school dropouts. And that's a big one. And this gets down to more than just what can we do for education. We've got to overcome the culture that exists in so many households, particularly that have not families where there is not a tradition of education and where the parenting skills are lacking. We have got, I think, to really go at creating a basis where kids come to school prepared to learn, able to learn. And the best money I think we can spend in doing that is to create a statewide, comprehensive early education, pre-K program that will address those needs from the moment a child is born. Because you know this better than I do, but by the time a kid is 4 years old, that brain is about 80% developed. Not in terms of what is in there right then, but in its capacity to expand. And if that brain is not absorbing valuable input, words, vocabulary. So many kids don't hear more than a few hundred words in their first several years of life. And so they are automatically at a disadvantage. So I think a system of pre-K education that would embrace the total development of the mind, of the brain, physically and intellectually, is going to do more to avoid dropouts and more to avoid failures efforts to move up the ladder. I know that that's somewhat controversial, but I think more and more people are beginning to recognize that we have to take a step as a society. You say, well, why can't families do this? Well, my family was able to do it. Your family probably was able to do it. But there's so many families out there that just lack the capacity to get their children ready to be educated. And that's why we have so many of them going off the wrong way, going off the parsonage, going in all kinds of unfortunate situations, and dropping out. I've said this now, you may disagree with me on this. I said this the other day, and some folks know a lot more about education than I do. If I had to choose, if it came to a choice, if I had to choose between putting in a pre-K program and having the 12th grade, I would say that's putting in the pre-K program. I think the 12th grade is important, but I don't think it's that important. More kids are on their way by that time than not. I think I heard the dean of the School of Education say this at a meeting when he had planned education the other day, that he thinks we've just almost got to have early childhood education to break that cycle of ignorance. Those are some of the things I've gone to go around in the circle.
Governor, thank you. It's 10:45. I want to let y'all come up and do your time together in winter, and then we need to move